Hi everyone, welcome back to ColorSpiration. Here we are with our little witch lady girl, and we're going to be coloring up some more images. I think this will probably take us 4 videos to be quite open and honest. But I'm going to go ahead and set our alarm and come back. All right, so I think I want to color the leaves, and I pulled out 2 colors. I pulled out this color and then this color. I think this is supposed to be for her eyes. Yeah, yeah. Am I a master colorist? No, I just like coloring. It brings me a different level of happiness. It brings me definitely a different level of joy to just sit and kind of relax and let all the day's worries kind of go away while I am coloring. This might be too dark. That's okay. We could do. I have this other color I want to try. This color right here. It's like a light yellow. I was like, oh, I don't know how we're going to use that one, but now I do know. All the leaves don't have to be the same color. It's fall, so they're turning colors anyway, right? Yeah. I hope your day is going well so far. I hope that you have had a good week. My week has been quite strange. As I started to state in the video, the introduction video, which was yesterday for you, I had made some chili, and as a parent, as a parent of a young child and being an older parent, some of our values don't line up to today's society metrics. I'm not sure if you've ever been told as a child, if you don't eat what I cook, then you won't eat. Because sometimes I had bent that, and I was like, okay, um, if you don't eat what I cook for you, then you won't eat. And then I would bend and give him something that he wants. Well, lately I've been on the road of, and more so in the mindset of, you're not in charge, because he's gotten out of hand with thinking that he is in charge, right? And how you parent is how you parent. I normally don't talk about how my parenting is, because people always have an opinion about what I should not and should be doing. Um, and I appreciate your unsolicited advice. But, it's my child. I'll do what I want. He's not in danger, he's not in harm, anything like that. So, I've spoken with my uncle about it, and my uncle said, like last year, for example, I was sending a meat, and I understand this. Before I go any further, I understand that sending a meat and cheese sandwich to school every day is boring. So I used to send him to school with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but unfortunately, one of his little classmates has a allergy to peanut butter. So I can't send him to school with peanut butter because she could get sick. And a peanut butter allergy isn't like, oh, I'm allergic to or I have a sensitivity to that perfume that so and so is wearing. So I sneeze every now and then. Even though that's annoying too. I've been around a lady that was over perfumed, and it was very much so one of those Why is she always wearing all of that perfume, like so much of it, right? But anyway, so my uncle last year was just like sending him to school with a jelly sandwich. And I'm like, no, that's not nutritious enough, blah, 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 blah. Well, I conceded. And I've sent him to school with a few jelly sandwiches. Now, my peanut butter, excuse me, my meat and cheese sandwiches don't always make it home. They end up in the trash at school. And sometimes they just come home and he just leaves them in the lunch box. Although I say, bring the lunchbox, put it on the counter. Bring the lunchbox home, put it on the counter. Bring the lunchbox and put it on the counter, right? Because, just like adults, sometimes we need repetition. If you tell someone, don't do this before this time or don't do this, you may need that time again. Like if you go into a room and it says, don't press that button, I guarantee you someone will press that button. Um, so, needless to say, last night I was not having it because I have something that needs to happen today, and I wanted to go to bed, and I wasn't feeling well. I was achy. Long story short, I was in pain, right? So Dad was like, "Okay, I'll give you some food from the chili," and my son was like, "I don't want that." Then my son got rude, disrespectful to his dad, and he was like, "Well, you won't eat," because he was like, he asked me, my son asked me, "Will you cook me something else?" And I told him, "No, you're gonna eat what we have available. If you don't eat, you don't then go get in the bed and go to sleep." He's like, "But I'm hungry." I said, "Well, you need to ask your dad." So in a span of 10 to 20 minutes, the child goes from being able to get a sandwich made by his father. But he says, the child says, "I don't want a meat and cheese sandwich. I want you to make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich." Now, of course, it's about the principle. Could we have given him something else to eat? Yes, easy peasy. Could we have given him all the demands? Could we have met his demands? Yes. But what message does that send? What message, really, like when you think about it, what message am I sending if I say, no, you're going to eat what I made? And then all of a sudden, guess what? Oh, you don't want this? Okay, fine, no problem. I'll give you what you asked for. No, you're going to eat what we told you that you were eating. This marker is drying out. I have all of them laid on their side, so this is a cheaper marker. I usually try to get the inexpensive markers in case you all, don't have, and some of y'all have way better supplies than I do. So, but for the people that's just starting out, they may not want to go and spend $20 on a Copic set of markers. And I don't even want to spend $20. I've got mine from the marketplace. And when Hobby Lobby had them for $1.99 clearance, and then someone was destashing some for $1. So a lot of my Copic, all of my Copic markers have been discounted. But I don't actively seek out Copic marker sales. Like, I don't go to the Copic marker or Copic website. It's so interesting. I remember the first time I heard someone say Copic. I was like, what's a Copic? And the first time I heard someone say Copic, I was like, well, what's a Copic? So, you can spell copy, Copy, copy. Or you can spell coping, Coping. So I use Copic markers, right, instead of Copic. Interesting. The English language, yeah. It's a few words like that. Live and live. So I was watching this lady on parenting a couple of weeks ago now, and she says to discuss with your kid instead of asking them, "How was your day?" She says there's some different things that you can ask them so you don't get the same little, "Oh, school was fine," or no response at all, right? I'm going to have to find a different marker for this one, but I think our time is almost up. So I do want to say thank you all. I hope that you've enjoyed this. So anyway, I'll tell you the story, even though the alarm is going to go off. So last night my son didn't get food. He didn't get his dinner. He didn't get dinner um, because I was like, okay, well, just eat. This is me trying to compromise as well as not give in to the demands of make me a peanut butter jelly, make me this, make me that. Because we are the parents and we need to be united, right? So I said, well, why don't you just get some rice? Rice is good, right? Rice is good. When I didn't want to eat food, my mom would just let me have rice. She would just let me have rice with butter and sugar because I didn't like beans growing up. I still don't like them. I just eat them now because they're healthy for you. They've always been healthy, right? But I just don't like the beans. Ugh. Anyway, um, he was like, I don't want rice. And it's more so about the attitude of entitlement that he has displayed. He displays it worse at home than at school. At school, he's like, um, everyone's like, oh, he's such a well behaved child, with the exception of he is a little kid, so little kids going to be little kids, right? You can't send a child to school expecting for them to be a 25-year-old when they don't even know how to be a 6 or 7 or 8-year-old. Some adults don't even know how to act their age when we're saying act your age, right? So I never send him to the school with the expectation that he might not come home and have gotten in trouble at school. The thing is, if he does come home and he does get in trouble at school, then he's in trouble at home. Again, the perks of having an older generation parent, because I know some parents don't even, they don't, it's like, okay, you got in trouble. Don't do it again. I'm like, you will not disrespect these people's times. You will not do this. You will not do that. You're not going to waste their time acting crazy at school. You're trying to learn. But in my head, education is very, very important. So some parents may not see it the same as I do. Like I believe in sending a kid to school every day. That's more so for my sanity too. Because I remember the first year he went to school, he was sick for like 3 or 4 days, and I messed up the first day when he was sick. I let him play video games. So he got sick again. He was like, "Can I play the game?" I was like, "No, you stand in the bed, buddy. No more of that." So whenever he's sick, I don't let him play video games when he's out of school because then that's the standard that I have created, right? No, you cannot do that at all. Tomorrow we'll probably touch up this hair. I'm gonna throw this marker in the trash because it's yeah. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you are enjoying ColorSpiration. Until next time, happy crafting.